I'm going to be talking about improving public schools. So LAUSD announced on October 3rd, 2014 that the graduation rate has increased by 12%, which is a major increase since 2007. If you're from Los Angeles, you're familiar with the kind of education we have, because I don't know about you, but I've experienced some teachers that lack in their teaching. So I substitute teachers every other day, and overcrowded classrooms. Maybe you experience this in other places other than LA. But I'm a former graduate from Benjamin Franklin High School, and in my sophomore year, my chemistry teacher was too old to teach, so he passed everyone with an A or a B if we attended class. And after he was dismissed for the last 4 months of school, I had 4 different substitute teachers that didn't know anything about chemistry. So in my junior year, my physiology teacher didn't teach unless you asked, so obviously no one asked, so we didn't learn anything. In my senior year, the English teacher, there was only one English teacher for 12th graders, and she gave an English assignment, an essay assignment that was in the beginning of the school year, and that was not due until the end of the school year, so that was really bad. I know what it's like to have no occupation in the classroom because all 40 seats are taken. And I feel bad for teachers when I see students taking their materials because they don't understand that these teachers have to buy these stuff for us. And it's coming out of their money because the district won't give them any materials for the usage. So public schools need more funding, so every student is given the materials and space so they can excel. And I will discuss the issues of the education system in poor communities, then explain why these things are occurring. Finally, provide some solutions that can help students achieve their goals. The majority of public schools are not giving the fund and materials so their students can improve in their studies. Some are even dropping out. According to Dr. Rosales W. Rumberger, states that disadvantaged communities make a major impact. Major impact for students as they are not given playgrounds as children and up-to-date textbooks as adults. Students also want to be in a classroom where it wouldn't be as difficult to study because of it's so overcrowded with 50, 60 students in each classroom. And it just makes it even difficult for teachers to teach when they have to teach over 50 students. They have to get to know them. They have to provide so much for every student so they understand and learn something. And there's also classes taking math and English is a requirement, which makes it a problem for students. Since it is a requirement, it just lacks effort and ability to keep studying. So area-adjusted benches that students that are raised in impoverished homes tend to grow up with depression because their parents have distress, and that leads the students to lack in self-development. So what causes these things is also look at the stressors in public schools and non-poor with poor. So what causes these are financial issues at home, not enough materials in school, and sometimes it's just personal problems and also the lack of motivation that teachers have towards their students. So civilization is adapted, civilization is adapting and modernizing. So is education. So we need more up to date, also up to date computers. So every student is be able to use it and expand on that. And also the shortage of options of classes to take, because I know we want to take different sorts of classes, which is really good because it will help us improve. It will help students improve in their learning and their motivation to keep learning. and become what they want to do when they're older. So so how can we solve these problems? Is that probably like we could teach and help students or people younger than us, tutor them, help them like more up to date computers, like have more like classes. According to Adolf, Adolfo Guzman Lopez on April 29, 2014, the state superintendent of public instruction, Todd Turley, said suggests to provide after school programs and college preparatory classes so every student is like well educated and is ready to at the moment they graduate. That way, it stops the increase of dropouts. Um, and according to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Thomas J. Donahoe provides 5 different ways that can help improve the education system. And one of the ways is for the students to become competitive and employable, which is pretty helpful. That way, like if you're taking like economics class, you want to be learning how to do taxes, do income taxes, how to like all how mortgages work, how to pay bills, how to start your own bank account and all that. Because I didn't learn anything like that in my economics. Maybe you guys have, but I don't know. In my class, we just talked about like how stuff costs so much and nowadays, but I didn't learn anything about like paying bills or anything. I learned that on my own once I got a job. And I guess it makes it more difficult for students to keep learning since like I guess if you're like me, if you're employed for like 40 hours a week and have to help out your friends and also be the only one employed, it really is difficult to keep studying. Like there are times where like I would want to give up, but my goal is to keep finishing school rather than keep working. And so, in conclusion, public schools in poor communities need more help and resources, materials. So I discussed the issues in, in the education system in impoverished communities. Then why these problems are occurring, finally provided some solutions that can help students achieve their goals. The good news is that the numbers are increasing, so we don't have to worry about we do still have to worry, but we have to keep pushing, not push, but like keep motivating students and like kids younger than us to wanting to go to school and keep learning, so they can succeed and become whatever they want. Because the best gift to give a child is education.